built to tilt. Ruby and the piano records, left hand rolling like a freight train. Anything a guitar can do, it did first. Records say it again. The house piano is always a bit wrong. Two keys down, one string gone. Does not matter, does not slow us up. You play around it or you play through it. Ruby and the piano records, loudest thing they ever built. 88 hammers going all at once. Records never built to tilt. Ruby and the piano records, left hand rolling like a freight train. Anything a guitar can do, it did first. Records say it again. Everybody else brings an amp, we bring a piano stool. Ruby and the piano records, sit down. About 400 pounds of iron and wood, cast frame because the strings would pull it apart. That is not a decoration, that is engineering. It has to be that heavy to do what it does. It weighs 400 pounds, nobody carries this to the gig. Four of us and a trolley and a swear word. 400, that's how big. It weighs 400 pounds. It was already there when we arrived. Whatever room it's in, that's its room. 400, it survived. 20 tons of tension in that frame. All of it pulling in one direction. That is why it can be heard at the back. You cannot get that out of something light. It weighs 400 pounds. Nobody carries this to the gig. Four of us and a trolley and a swear word. 400, that's how big. It weighs 400 pounds. It was already there when we arrived. Whatever room it's in, that's its room. 400, it survived. It is not loud by accident. It is loud because it is heavy. It weighs 400 pounds. Leave it. Nobody had to plug it in. Not once. Every other loud thing on that stage came with a cable and a socket and a hum. This one came with a lid and a stool, and it has been ready since 18-something. Nobody had to plug it in, never needed a single volt. Hall full of dancers and it filled the room. Plug it in, never had to bolt. Nobody had to plug it in. Power cut and we keep going. Everything else in here goes quiet. Plug it in, still rolling. There is a kind of loud that comes from a wall, and a kind that comes from a person's arms. One of them stops when the lights go out, and one of them does not. Nobody had to plug it in, never needed a single volt. Hall full of dancers and it filled the room. Plug it in, never had to bolt. Nobody had to plug it in. Power cut and we keep going. Everything else in here goes quiet. Plug it in, still rolling. Cut the power to this room. I am still playing. seemed to miss. The words came in the 50s, the rhythm was already on. Hey, to the bar, keep it going. Chords and the beat, all of it in one hand at once. Three people's jobs on 5 fingers, and the other hand has not started yet. The left hand is the rhythm section. That's why one player fills the hall. Bass and drums in the bottom half. The left hand, that's all. The left hand is the rhythm section. Send the band home, I still got a song. Nobody else in the room is needed. Left hand all night long. That is why the piano players worked when nobody could afford a whole band. One of you, one instrument, one fee, and the floor's still full at midnight. The left hand is the rhythm section. That's why one player fills a hall. Bass and drums in the bottom half. Left hand, that's all. The left hand is the rhythm section. Send the band home, I've still got a song. Nobody else in the room is needed. Left hand all night long. Everybody else needs a band. This one is the band. The left hand is the rhythm section. On your own. Upstairs room over a shop that shuts at 6. One window, one bare bulb, one upright against the wall, with a chair that is the wrong height for everybody. That is where all of it got learned. Not a school, not a stage, a room somebody let you use because it was empty in the evenings anyway. Somebody's uncle had the key, somebody's cousin knew the tune. Nobody was paying anybody. The room above the store. Everything started in a room like that. Nobody remembers the address. The room above the store. Every good thing I know how to do, I learned somewhere with a bad chair and a cold radiator. There is no grand version of this part. There is just the room and the hours and nobody watching. The room above the store. Everything started in a room like that. Nobody remembers the address. The room above the store. The stage is where it gets seen. The room is where it gets made. The room above the store. Lights off. Lock it. 23rd of December. dances too. Carnegie Hall, 1938. One night and the door came open. Music from a place nobody uptown went. 38, keep it open. Carnegie Hall, 1938. 2 days before Christmas of all things. Whole country dancing by the spring. 38, hear it ring. It was not new that night, understand it had been going for years. Where it came from, it was only new to the people in that room. And the people in that room had the microphones. Carnegie Hall, 1938. One night and the door came open. Music from a place nobody uptown went. 38, keep it open. Carnegie Hall, 1938. 2 days before Christmas of all things. Whole country dancing by the spring. 38, hear it ring. It was not invented that night, it was finally heard. Carnegie Hall, 1938. 2 days before Christmas. Ammons, Lewis, Johnson. 23rd of December, 1938. Carnegie Hall, and the room is mixed. 3 piano players nobody uptown had heard of. About to start something that does not stop. Ammons, Lewis, and Johnson. 3 of them in one idea. 8 beats to the bar in the left hand. Ammons, Lewis, Johnson, loud and clear. Ammons, Lewis, and Johnson, whole country dancing by the spring. That is rock and roll, 15 years early. 3 players, let it ring. Woo! Nobody in that hall said rock and roll. The words had not been put together yet, but the engine was already running, and it never once slowed down. Ammons, Lewis, and Johnson, 3 of them in one idea. 8 beats to the bar in the left hand. Ammons, Lewis, Johnson, loud and clear. Ammons, Lewis, and Johnson, old country dancing by the spring. That is rock and roll, 15 years early. 3 players, let it ring. 15 years before anybody named it, it was already there. Ammons, Lewis, and Johnson, 1938. Oh, papers called it a craze that year. Like a dance step, like a hat, like a word. Something that turns up in the spring and is embarrassing again by the autumn. They called it a craze because it was new to them. It had been going for 30 years down south. A craze, look at them, they called it a craze. Craze is finished, this one never did. It just changed its name a couple of times. A craze, that's what they said, kid. That is what people say about a thing they have only just found out about. Not old, not deep, not from anywhere, just suddenly everywhere. So it must be a fad. They called it a craze because it was new to them. It had been going for 30 years down south. A craze, look at them, they called it a craze. Craze is finished, this one never did. It just changed its name a couple of times. A craze, that's what they said, kid. A craze is what you call it, then you only just noticed. They called it a craze. It's still here. And so one player learned to be a band. Dance music for people with nothing, that's what it was made for, that's the point. One instrument, one player, one night, nothing fill the joint. Dance music for people with nothing, nobody there could afford a band, so one pair of hands did the whole thing. Nothing understand. The limit made the style, it always does. Oh! Dance music for people with nothing and everything. You hit it with hammers! Everybody thinks it is a gentle thing. Parlor furniture with a nice lid. Open it up and look at what is in there. 88 little hammers waiting. You hit it with hammers, that is literally how it works. Press a key, a hammer swings, hammers all the perks. You hit it with hammers, nobody plucks it, nobody bows. It is a drum with a very good memory. Hammers take a bow, which is why it can keep up with the snare and why it cuts through a room like that. It is not competing with the drums, it is one of them. You hit it with hammers, that is literally how it works. Press a key, a hammer swings, hammers all the perks. You hit it with hammers, nobody plucks it, nobody bows. It is a drum with a very good memory. Hammers take a bow. It is not a string instrument, it is a drum that knows the tune. You hit it with hammers, go on then. Go and look at an orchestra seating plan. Find the piano. It's at the back with the drums. Not with the violins, not with the horns. Round the back with the timpani and the gong. Somebody worked this out a long time ago, and everybody quietly agreed. It is in the percussion section, that is not my opinion, that is the chart. Sat with the drums where it belongs, percussion right from the start. It is in the percussion section, ask anybody who sets out the chairs. The gentlest looking thing in the room, percussion, nobody cares. People argue about this for fun. Strings inside, so it must be a string thing. Sure, and you hit them with hammers, that settles it for me. It is in the percussion section, that is not my opinion, that is the chart. Sat with the drums where it belongs, percussion right from the start. It is in the percussion section, ask anybody who sets out the chairs. The gentlest looking thing in the room, percussion, nobody cares. They sat it with the drums, they knew. It is in the percussion section. Look it up. Every hall has one pushed against the far wall, lid down, a stack of chairs leaning on it. Somebody's coat over the end, and a box of raffle tickets. Nobody has opened it in about 4 years. Move the chairs, lift the lid, play one chord, the whole room turns around. is worse and better at the same time. And after 4 bars, nobody minds at all. The piano in the corner, it has been waiting the entire time. Nobody thought to ask. The piano in the corner. Half the instruments in the world are under a pile of chairs. The piano in the corner. Leave the lid up. The first loud instrument was furniture. Before anybody plugged anything in, there was one thing in the room that could win. Not the guitar, nobody could hear the guitar. It sat in the back and kept time. The first loud was furniture, 400 pounds against the wall, one player and a hall full of dancers. Furniture beat them all. The first loud was furniture, no amp, no cable, no socket. Loudest thing that anybody owned. Furniture rocket. They had to invent the pickup for the guitar so that it could be heard at all. Nobody ever had to invent anything so a piano could be heard. The first loud was furniture, 400 pounds against the wall, one player and a hall full of dancers. Furniture beat them all. The first loud was furniture, no amp, no cable, no socket. Loudest thing that anybody owned. Furniture rocket. The guitar needed electricity. The piano needed a player. The first loud instrument was furniture. Move it in. Somebody made a guitar and it was lovely. And in a dance hall you could not hear a note of it. So somebody had to go away and invent it again with a magnet under the strings. The guitar had to be invented twice, once for the shape and once for the sound. Nobody could hear the first one at all. Twice, all the way around. The guitar had to be invented twice. Wood in the 20s, wire in the 30s. Only after that could it lead a band. Twice, that's how it works, is it? I am not being unkind about it. It turned out to be worth the trouble. I am saying it took a second invention and the piano has never needed one. The guitar had to be invented twice, once for the shape and once for the sound. Nobody could hear the first one at all. Twice, all the way around. The guitar had to be invented twice. Wood in the 20s, wire in the 30s. Only after that could it lead a band. Twice, that's how it works. Is it one of these instruments needed a scientist? One of them just needed a room. A guitar had to be invented twice. piano. 2 words and the floor goes mad. 16 bars and both hands loose. Take it, best I ever had. Take it, piano. Somebody stand on the stool. Everything the band was doing stops. Take it, that's the rule. You only shout that at somebody who can actually do something with it. It is a compliment shaped like an order, and everybody wants to hear it once. Take it, piano. 2 words and the floor goes mad. 16 bars and both hands are loose. Take it, best I ever had. Take it, piano. Somebody stand on the stool. Everything the band was doing stops. Take it, that's the rule. Being handed the song is the highest thing a band can do to you. Take it, piano, go on! Different bad piano in every one. Some of them sharp, some of them sour. One of them missing the whole top octave. 6 nights in a bad piano. That's the job, that's the whole trade. You do not get to bring your own. Bad piano, that's how it's played. 6 nights in a bad piano. Learn the room in the first 8 bars. That still work and use those. Bad piano under the stars. Hey, guitar players carry their instrument and get the same one every night of their life. We walk in and find out what we have got about 90 seconds before we start. 6 nights and a bad piano. That's the job, that's the whole trade. You do not get to bring your own. Bad piano, that's how it's played. 6 nights and a bad piano. Learn the room in the first 8 bars. Find the notes that still work and use those. Bad piano under the stars. Everybody else knows their instrument. We have to meet one every night. 6 nights and a bad piano. What have we got? Two keys, always broken. Hey, every gig piano in the world has 2 notes that do not come back up. Never the same 2, always 2. And you find them in the first bar. 2 keys are always broken. Every single time, every single room. Play around them, do not stop. Broken, fill the room. 2 keys are always broken. Nobody out there hears a thing. That's the whole skill in one sentence. Broken, let it ring. Amateurs stop and look at their hands. Professionals move up an octave. Same song, same tune, same everything. And nobody in the room knows. 2 keys are always broken. Every notes, take 3 each. More strings than you think. Open the top and have a proper look. 3 wires to a note in the middle. More than you think, read the book. More strings than you think. Whole harp in there, lying flat. That's why one note sounds so big. More than you think, fancy that. That is the trick of the entire thing. 3 strings very slightly apart, beating against each other just enough to make one note sound like a crowd. More strings than you think. Open the top and have a proper look. 3 wires to a note in the middle. More than you think, read the book. More strings than you think. Whole harp in there, lying flat. That's why one note sounds so big. More than you think, fancy that. One note is already a choir. 3 strings slightly apart. More strings than you think. Shut the lid. That's a bit off. Leave it. Somebody was in here with a tuning lever years ago, and they got about 2/3 of the way across. And something happened, a phone call, a wager Tuesday, and they never came back to finish it. So the bottom half is fine, and the top half is dreaming. And in the middle there is a stretch of about an octave that is wrong in a way I have genuinely never heard before, and will never hear again after tonight. Whoever tuned this gave up and left me something nobody else has. One room, one piano, one mistake. Whoever tuned this gave up. A perfect instrument sounds like every other perfect instrument. This one sounds like this building and this winter. And one person who had somewhere else to be. I would not trade it for a new one, I mean that. Whoever tuned this gave up and left me something nobody else has. One room, one piano, one mistake. Whoever tuned this gave up. Everything that is a little bit wrong is a little bit yours. Whoever tuned this gave up. Thank you. Stand up! Kick the stool! stool straight through. They gave you a seat. Nobody said you had to use it. Stand up and kick the stool. Last one. Write everything in the van. Not that. Come apart, bass goes in a bag. Horns are basically luggage with valves. And then there's the one in the corner that is staying exactly where it is. It does not fit in the van. Never has and never will. Every other thing we own comes home. Not the van, standing still. It does not fit in the van. That's why the piano stays behind. You go to it, it does not come to you. Not the van, never mind. Which makes it the opposite of every other instrument anybody in this band owns. Ours are ours, that one belongs to the building. We are only ever borrowing it. It does not fit in the van. Never has and never will. Every other thing we own comes home. Not the van, standing still. It does not fit in the van. That's why the piano stays behind. You go to it, it does not come to you. Not the van, never mind. Every other instrument is a possession. That one is a place. It does not fit in the van. Say goodnight to it. Every string in there comes off its damper at the same time. 200 wires all free to ring, whether you played them or not. The sustain pedal is the reverb, oldest effect anybody ever built. Nothing electric, nothing in a box. The reverb built to the hilt. The sustain pedal is the reverb, whole instrument ringing in sympathy. Everything you did not even play. The reverb, listen to me. People spend 60 years and a fortune making machines that do what that pedal does. It was already in there under your right foot before anybody had a plug socket. The sustain pedal is the reverb, oldest effect anybody ever built. Nothing electric, nothing in a box. The reverb built to the hilt. The sustain pedal is the reverb, whole instrument ringing in sympathy. Everything you did not even play. The reverb, listen to me. Everybody else buys an effect. This one came with the furniture. The sustain pedal is the reverb. Foot down. Since the counting, right hand is doing something else entirely. Two different jobs, one person, 4 hours, and neither one of them gets a rest. Both hands all night. Nobody sees how hard this is. Left one drives and the right one sings all night. That's the biz. The drummer gets to use their feet. The singer gets continuously from the first bar to the last. Both hands all night. Nobody sees how hard this is. Left one drives and the right one sings all night. That's the biz. Both hands all night. Forearms burning by the second set. Everybody thinks you're just sitting there all night. Not yet. It looks like sitting down. It is not sitting down. Both hands all night. One more set. Hold the pedal down. Listen to it stop by itself. It is the only instrument you cannot take with you. Everything else goes in a case, in a van, up a stair. This one lives where it lives, and you go to it. And every one of them is out of tune in its own particular way, which means every room has a different piano in it. And every piano has somebody's whole childhood in it. Somebody's mother making them practice on a Sunday. Somebody who gave up at 12 and never told anyone they still play. A piece of furniture that can cry. That is the strange thing about it. It is a table and it is a voice. A piece of furniture that can cry. You hit it with hammers, that is all it is. 88 little hammers hitting wire in a wooden box. And somehow at the right speed, in the right room, it does the thing nothing else in the band can do. A piece of furniture that can cry. That is the strange thing about it. It is a table and it is a voice. A piece of furniture that can cry. Everything else is an instrument. This one is a piece of the house. A piece of furniture that can cry. Lock the lid. From the one who is doing the top half. They do not agree about very much, and that argument arrangement is the whole song. Left hand, right hand, two players, one body and a disagreement. Bottom one drives, top one shows off. Two players, that's the arrangement. Left hand, right hand, two players, neither of them will give an inch. Best duet I was ever in. Two players in a pinch. That is why it takes so long to learn not the notes, the B and two people. Everybody can do one hand at a time. Doing both is the entire job. Left hand, right hand, two players, one body and a disagreement. Bottom one drive, top one shows off. Two players, that's the arrangement. Left hand, right hand, two players, neither of them will give an inch. Best duet I was ever in. Two players in a pinch. One person, two players, nobody else in the band can say that. Left hand, right hand, two players, both at once. Hey! Nobody picks up a piano at 17 because they saw somebody cool do it. They get put in front of one at 6 by somebody who wanted more for them. Somebody's mother made them practice. Every player in this room the same. Half an hour before you go out. Practice, isn't that a shame? Somebody's mother made them practice. Hated it then, use it every night. Everything I do for money now. Practice, she was right. That is the strange thing about this instrument. Almost nobody chose it themselves. It was chosen for them in a front room by somebody who is not here to see this. Somebody's mother made them practice. Every player in this room the same. Half an hour before you go out. Practice, isn't that a shame? Somebody's mother made them practice. Hated it then, use it every night. Everything I do for money now. Practice, she was right. Nobody thanks them at the time. Everybody thanks them eventually. Somebody's mother made them practice. Thanks. Under the notice board, next to the urn, somebody's raffle, somebody's jumble sale. That piano has done more work than anything else in this town. The one in the church hall, weddings, funerals, and a play. Every stage of everybody's life. Church hall every day, the one in the church hall. Nobody owns it, everybody uses it. Hardest working thing for miles. Church hall, nobody refuses it. And nobody's tune is still going, still roughly in tune with itself. Still there when you need it, the one in the church hall. Weddings, funerals, and a play. Every stage of everybody's life. Church hall every day, the one in the church hall. Nobody owns it, everybody uses it. Hardest working thing for miles. Church hall, nobody refuses it. Nobody owns it, that is why. turned down. Louder than the whole band. One player against all of them. Both hands down and it comes straight through. Whole band beat them again. Louder than the whole band. Nothing on this stage can hold it back. 400 pounds at full commitment. Whole band off the track. This is the fastest one we do, and it is the one where I stop singing early, because there is nothing left to say that the left hand is not already saying. Louder than the whole band. One player against all of them. Both hands down and it comes straight through. Whole band beat them again. Louder than the whole band. Nothing on this stage can hold it back. 400 pounds at full commitment. Whole band off the track. Turn everything up. It still wins. Woo! Hey! Louder than the whole band. Told you. Here, kid at the end of the piano all night, watching the wrong hand like everybody does. Both eyes on the fast one up the top, and missing where it is actually coming from. Show the kid the left hand. That's where the whole thing lives. Nobody ever points at the bottom half. Left hand, that's what it gives. Show the kid the left hand. 8 to the bar and do not stop. Learn that and the rest will come. Left hand straight to the top. The right hand is the part that looks hard, so that is the part everybody copies, and then they wonder why it does not move. It does not move because the bottom is empty. Show the kid the left hand. That's where the whole thing lives. Nobody ever points at the bottom half. Left hand, that's what it gives. Show the kid the left hand. 8 to the bar and do not stop. Learn that and the rest will come. Left hand straight to the top. Everybody watches the flashy hands. Teach them the other one. Show the kid the left hand. Sit them down. Same as always. Same stool back under, straighten the cover, wipe the keys, they get sticky by the end. Close the lid slowly, they do not like a bang, and put the brakes back on the casters. Close the lid, lock the wheels, same order every single night. It stays here and I go home. Lock the wheels, do it right. Close the lid, lock the wheels. Nobody claps for this at all. Somebody else has it tomorrow. Lock the wheels, that's all. Strange thing saying goodnight to an instrument you will very probably never touch again. Everybody else packs theirs into a case. I put a cloth over somebody else's. Close the lid, lock the wheels, same order every single night. It stays here and I go home. Lock the wheels, do it right. Close the lid, lock the wheels. Nobody claps for this at all. Somebody else has it tomorrow. Lock the wheels, that's all. This one is about 80 years old, roughly. Nobody's sure. Nobody knows who played this before me. Somebody did in this room in a year I was not alive in, and somebody will after me in a year I will not see, and none of us will ever be introduced. That is not true of anything else I own. My own things are mine, and then they are finished. This one is a relay. You get it for 4 hours, and then you put the cloth back over it. It was here before all of us. It will be here after. That is not sad. That is the point. It was here before all of us. Everything I have made on this record came out of an instrument I do not own, in a country I was not born in a style that was old before my grandmother was young. It was here before all of us. It will be here after. That is not sad. That is the point. It was here before all of us. You do not own an instrument like this. You get a turn. It was here before all of us. Lay down. Good night.